All right. Good morning, everybody. Good morning, Freedom Team. It is good to see everybody. If you are a guest with us, welcome. We do open this up to everybody every week. You're always welcome to join us. Just trying to add as much value as we can to our group. Freedom Team, about 3,000 agents all across the country, all 50 states, 8 countries outside of the U.S., and doing some big things. We did 4 billion in volume last year. That's pretty good. Yeah, heck yeah. Did 1 billion in the first quarter. We'll see what the second quarter looks like here at the end of this month. We'll get those numbers. But I know a lot of that is because of these Tuesday masterminds. These have been awesome every week. Just getting some great stuff. I share this all the time. I think, because I'm here every week, Kathy and I kind of spearheading this and leading it. My wife and I, we figured out we did 160,000 extra in closings last year from being on these Tuesday masterminds. Just ideas that we picked up right here. So these are really, really good. Definitely share it with more and more people. Always welcome. So today, guys, really special guest who is with us today. Kathy helped to put this together. Gogo Bethke. A lot of you guys have heard of Gogo. She lives you're in Michigan, right? Is that where you are? You're Michigan?
In the summer times we are. So right now I'm up in Michigan. You guys were talking about how hot it is. It's literally pitch dark outside. Like pitch dark.
Really?
We have this huge storm that's coming in, and I was like,
wow.
this weather just wants to make me go back to bed and watch Netflix, guys. So I'm gonna do my best here, not thinking about what I'd rather be doing because of the weather, not because I don't want to spend this time with you guys, just because every time I look over there, I'm like, man, I need a blanket.
It's dark. I hear. Well, when you're done here, you can all the Netflix you want.
Oh, I wish I had 2 more podcasts and 1 more live. So
There you go. So from Romania originally, born and raised, and been over here since she was 21 years old, and has just taken off as an entrepreneur, all kinds of different positions before she got into real estate. But social media has been just huge for her. And she's going to share about some of that here today. She was the #1 social media realtor in Michigan, 2020, 2021, number 16 social media realtor nationwide. And Success Magazine named her as one of the top 125 most influential people. She's just done some big things in her business. She's got a TV show out there, Gogopreneur, which came along at the end of 2022. She's doing a podcast now, all kinds of things, but just pouring into a ton of agents. I've been part of her program for a long time. She kind of got me started with social media stuff, all the different things. I mean, it's just huge for what we're doing in real estate. So Gogo, I'm going to turn it over to you. Thank you so much. We know you got a lot going on, but to come in here and pour into Freedom Team, we so appreciate it. You definitely don't have to be here, so we appreciate your time for sure. Thank you.
Yes. Thank you so much. I think Sean, you came and taught for us, right?
Yes, ma'am. Just a few weeks ago.
Yeah, because I'm like, your face looks familiar. I think this is how it works, right? You what do you say? You get what you give, right? And so Sean gave me his time. Now here I am giving mine back to you guys. I mean, I value time. I always say an hour of my time is an hour of my life. Same for you. So I appreciate you spending an hour of your life with me. I will try to deliver a presentation regarding video and how to monetize video. Everything I have today, it came from social media. And I'll share the screen, and then we go from there. How does that sound?
There you go.
Can you guys see my screen?
Yep.
I'm going to put it in present mode so I can click through it. So a little bit about me. My real name is not Gogo. My real name is Gyöngyvér Kocsis. Yeah. Good luck with that. Okay. So my parents didn't know I'm going to be selling real estate in the US, and I got a good old Hungarian name. Nobody can pronounce it in the US. So that would have not worked for me necessarily in sales. So when I decided to get my real estate license, I came to the US in 2003. I did all kinds of odd jobs until 2011. And in 2011 is when I got my real estate license. Now, guys, since I was 21 when I came to the US, I have no college friends. I have no high school friends. I have no kids and I grew up on the same street with. I have no cousins. Literally, I'm applying today for a HELOC, and I almost didn't get my HELOC application because one of the questions on a HELOC application, where does the closest relative live to you? Okay, so I technically live in Florida. My closest relative lives in Romania. Well, they can't enter a Romanian address into their application. It has to be an address in America. I'm like, well, I don't know what to tell you. I don't have anyone. related to me by blood on this whole continent. So this can be a part of an application for a HELOC, because what about all the foreigners? Like, I'm an immigrant. I don't have anyone in this country. So I really want to nail it into you guys. And when I started in real estate, right, I have no one. I didn't know a single human being in this country. I barely could speak English. My English today is an English 21 years in this country. Imagine my English 10, 11, when was it? No, more than that, 2011. So 13 years ago when I started real estate, I can tell you my level of English was probably 2/3 less what it is today. Also, my real name is Genevieve. Nobody can pronounce that. So let me mention this portion too, because it's super important. We were beyond broke. Not that we were broke, we were literally in a ton of credit card debt. So I could not afford to buy Zillow leads. I could not afford to run a Facebook ad, right? So I had to figure out who's gonna be buying a house from me? Who? Because I don't know anyone and nobody knows me, right? So I had to ask this question of myself. And then so I said, okay, who's gonna buy a house from me? I don't know anyone. Who do I know? No one. Who are those people? Strangers. Okay. What are strangers? Kind of everyone's on Facebook and their grandmother, right? So it's like, okay, I'm gonna go to Facebook. So I went to Facebook and I created Gogo's Real Estate back in 2011. Now, mind you, this is before business page was a thing, really. I probably had the first business page at least in Livingston County, Michigan, right? Probably in many states, but at least in Livingston County, Michigan. So I figured since I have no SOI and I don't know anyone, then I have to figure out how they can know me. Right? Because they say it matters who you know, but what really matters, who knows you when it comes to marketing, right? So I had to figure out, how am I going to build a brand for myself? How am I going to let people know me so then they can let me know when they are ready to buy or sell a house? So that's how it started for me. It started on Facebook. So initially I started Gogo's Real Estate on Facebook. And then a few years in, after I got, I would say, pretty successful, not the level of success, not even close to what I have today, but successful than I would say in the transactional real estate side of the world, right? I decided to take my party over to Instagram because it was time for me to start like a little venting, because I was having some not so nice clients and some stressful situations. And I thought, I'm going to take that over to Instagram and have my little pity party over here. And I don't know why I didn't think my clients would follow me there too. You know, minor detail. But at Instagram, I mostly started talking to agents and more of like the agent side of the real estate business, right? Where on Facebook, I was talking about the local market, just listed, just sold. That's where my buyers and sellers were coming from Facebook. And then on Instagram, I talked to the agent side of things, right? So that's how it started for me. Today, we're kind of going to cover video as a whole. So Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. And hopefully I get to convince you by the end of the day, if you're not already feeling comfortable being on camera, to be on camera, okay? So this profile, the Gogo's Real Estate team, I started in 2011. And I usually post about 2 posts on my feed and about 15 to 20 posts into my stories. Can you tell me, say yes in the comments if you know what the difference is between a feed post and a story post. Say yes in the comments. I want to see the level of understanding of social media marketing in the group. So say yes in the comments if you know what the difference is between a feed post and a story post. Okay, so we have 31 people in the room. That's including the organizers and myself. So let's say 30 without myself. And we are up to 13 with the yeses. So almost half of the room knows the difference between a feed post and the story post. So I'm going to tell you the difference for the rest of you guys. Now, when you go to someone's profile, so if you look me up on Instagram, for example, that's on the right-hand side of the image, right? It says Gogo Bethke brokered by EXP, right? That's my Gogo's Real Estate Gogo Bethke profile. On the left-hand side on Instagram, on the left-hand side is the same profile, but on Facebook, okay? When you go to someone's profile and you're cruising, that's considered their feed, okay? That's their storefront. Every post they ever made, you can see it. That's their feed, okay? The feed posts are up there forever. I like to call that your storefront. Anybody who goes there sees who you are, what do you do for a living, sees your character, your work ethic, your personality, all that. That's your storefront. That's where you sell you, okay? That's up there forever. That's your storefront. It's up there forever unless you take it down. or Instagram takes it down because they don't like it for whatever reason, right? Your story is if you click someone's profile image. So you see this lady with the pink background, that's my profile image. When you click someone's profile image on their profile, it will take you, so said, behind the scenes. Behind the scenes is your stories. Stories are only up there for 24 hours a day. So if you go on my profile right now, which is, where are we? 11 o'clock Eastern time. If you go on my profile at 11 o'clock Eastern time today, you get to see my stories from yesterday at 11 o'clock until today at 11 o'clock. Stories disappear after 24 hours. So stories are more like allowing people to get to know you, kind of like a reality show. It's your own reality show. You get to put in there whatever you want, cute little clips of your food, your kids, your just listed, just sold, your rental property, whatever that you are doing, right? That's like the reality show of your real estate world that's behind your image. So stories, I post anywhere from 15 to 20 stories a day, and twice into my feed. Okay, so my feed is my storefront. That's where people check you out and see who you are. That has to be super professional. Okay, in your stories, you kind of get to post whatever you want, wherever your comfort level is. Like sometimes I'm in my bathing suit with my things hanging out over here. I don't know what is appropriate to say if everyone's an adult on this call over here, right? Let's just say I'm European and I wear very little clothes. Let me put it that way, right? So in stories, that's totally fine. That's probably not something I would put onto my feed all the time. Does that make sense? So on your feed, try to keep it as professional as you describe professional. Now, my level of professional, most Americans would be, oh my gosh, she's in her bathing suit. To me, that's totally fine because that is my culture. I feel totally comfortable being in my bathing suit and my feed, right? Whatever your level of professional is, that's what I want you to have on your feed all the time. In your stories, you can kind of push the envelope. You can truly allow people, like I sing karaoke in my stories with my friends because I know it's going to disappear tomorrow, right? I'm not going to put that onto my feed because it has nothing to do with real estate. But I want people to get to know me on the personal level and see what it actually takes behind the scenes. And somebody just clicked my presentation. Who has access? Who's in it?
No, only you.
I don't know what happened. I didn't touch anything. I think the presentation thought it was enough talking about that slide. So let's talk about what is Facebook and Instagram good about. So Instagram has 2.4 billion users. Facebook has 3.03 billion users. And YouTube has 4.9 billion users. That means that these eyeballs, these are all eyeballs, these are all individual accounts, right? I call them eyeballs. That means potentially these people can all see your video. So let's talk about video super quick. So if you create a video into like a reel style video, for example, and to like your Instagram, a reel cannot be longer than 1.29 seconds. So it's a minute and a half. So it's going to take you a minute and a half to create it. Probably, I don't know, 3 more minutes to do the write-up. So we are like, let's say at worst case scenario, you're 5 minutes in for a reel. That reel can be watched over and over and over again. So I have an example for you guys. If you go to my Instagram, let me show you something in action. So open up Instagram on your phone and go to Gogo's Real Estate. And then in my reels, you're going to see this video that has 3.4 million views. Me on the couch, my son's asking me a question. 3.4 million. By the way, I made my son, he's 14. I said, hey, can you do some videos for me this summer? I said, usually my videos get at least 10,000 views. I said, I'll pay you 20 cents per 1,000 plus 10 bucks to create the video. I'm thinking the kid's gonna make like $4. He's gonna get like another 8,000 views, right? First video goes viral, 3.4 million. I'm literally, what is that? $700 in on one video. That's what that video costed me. I thought 20 cents per 1,000, that's like, I'm going to pay pennies to the kid, right? So I want to show you something though, because this video is like a minute and 29 seconds, right? So it's a minute and a half video. We have 2.7 million accounts watched it, 3.4 million times, right? So some people watched it a couple of times over. By the way, the population of Lithuania is 2.3 million. Like the whole population of a country saw this video. And it took 1.5 minutes out of my life. But to say the plays, let me say somewhere on here shows, okay, watch time. That's what I wanted to show you. So a video that took me 1.5 minutes to create, the watch time on it is 6,615 hours. So that means how many, think of it this way. If you're a cold caller, right? Let's say you're a cold caller. And you know how you dial every day from 8 to 11. You dial 300 phone numbers. You know 30 of them are going to answer. You know you're going to close 2. Right? Whatever your standard numbers are. How many people, so if it takes you 10 minutes to talk to a person, how many people would you have to talk to have 6,659 hours worth of conversations? That's how video works. Video talks to people when you're not on the other end. Video talks for you all the time. How long did I talk? 1.5 minutes. But how long did I really talk? 6,659 hours, right? So that's what video can do for you. It will buy your time back. It will allow you to create something that takes a very little time, because time is money. Oh, let's do that one. That's my favorite exercise. Okay, time is money. Let's calculate your hourly rate. I want you to take the full amount. So take your phones out and go to the calculator. Okay, now that you're at the calculator, put the full amount of money you made last year, not after expenses and after taxes, all the money that hit your account, no matter where it came from, commissions, revenue share, affiliate income, whatever, however you make money, coaching, however you make money, every money that you got last year that hit your account, take the total of that, put it into your calculator, and then divide it by 2080. If you worked a healthy 40 hours, that's 2,080 hours in a year. The number that's staring you in the face, that's your hourly rate. I don't do anything under my hourly rate. If it's not making me the money in the hour, I am not doing it. My hourly rate is $2,300. So from now on, everything that is staring you in the face, if it's not making you that money that's staring at you right now, you're not doing it. Because if you continue doing it, you're losing money, you're not making money. Okay. Did you know that YouTube is the number? Oh, by the way, take this little piece of paper and stick it somewhere where you can see it. From now on, the answer is what? If somebody asks you to do something and you know it's not going to make you that money in the hour, what is the answer? Put in the chat. No, thank you. Thank you so much, though. Thank you so much for thinking of me. I can't. Yup. Kate is a no. Denise is a no. Simberly? Or am I saying it right? Hopefully, if I killed your name, Simberly, yes, the answer is no. Bill is a no. Love it, right? Because this is how you can grow, and Sean is a no. This is how you can grow your hourly rate, is by saying no to the things that doesn't make you the money that you deserve in that hour, okay? Did you know that YouTube is the #1 search engine? More people YouTube things than Google things. So should you exist on YouTube? If someone says how to buy a house in Livingston County, what's the Livingston County real estate market like? Who's the best realtor in Livingston County? Should you pop up on YouTube? Yes, you should. Yep, you should be an option. More people YouTube things than they Google things. There's some, oh, I forgot to mention, if you have a question, please unmute yourself or put it into the chat. Did someone have a question? No? Okay. Okay, so let's explain what's the difference between vertical video and horizontal video. So we have this gadget right here. Everybody has one, right? Right here. Okay. If you have one of these, you can shoot video vertically or you can shoot video horizontally. Do you know what the difference and when you should shoot it vertically and what you should shoot it horizontally? Okay, so I'll tell you, super simple. If you're ever going to have it on a website, like YouTube, your own website and a funnel, anything that's a website where people will visit it, like YouTube, you're going to shoot it horizontally. Okay. If you feel like people want to watch it like TV, has to be shot horizontally. If you think people's going to watch it on their cell phone, you need to show it vertically. Okay. So vertical videos are Reels, TikToks, YouTube Shorts. Those are the same exact thing. Okay. A Reel is an Instagram short video, which is vertical, 1 minute, 29 seconds. TikTok and YouTube, I'm pretty sure they're 59 seconds, so they're shorter attention span because population today has an attention span of a goldfish. So they have to attend to that or they're going to click, right? So short snippet style videos, like when you, for example, when there is a podcasts that you like to watch, right? But you go to Bradley's profile, you're going to see the short version, which is vertical. If you go to his YouTube, you're going to see the long version, which is horizontal. Make sense? If you have a video editor, for example, if you shoot videos that are horizontal for YouTube, those can be cut up into vertical, no problem. But if you shoot videos in vertical, they cannot be cut to horizontal. So if you think that the video that you are creating is going to be double purposed, always shoot it horizontally. Because you can cut a horizontal video into vertical, but you cannot cut a vertical into horizontal. Make sense? Okay, so those are the vertical videos. Those are usually short. Horizontal videos go onto YouTube. You can build it into a website and you can use it on any of the streaming platforms. Okay, and they're usually longer. Okay, short form. Typical under 1.5 minutes, usually on social media, although you can use formats on other channels, reels, ads, and promoting. So for example, what do I mean by other channels? Let's say you get testimonials from people for your product. You can build that into a website. It's just going to look that long and skinny, right? It's not ideal, but you can use it. Okay. Usually on websites, you will want horizontal. Reels, ads, promoting business product, podcast snippets, those are all vertical. So for example, if you go to, let's say you're doing an open house, right? And you go live from there to show the property, you're going to do it vertically because lives are vertical. If you try to do a horizontal live, people are going to have to watch it this way. It's going to really hurt their necks. Okay, so anything that is more of a live or a short format, or you want people's quick attention, is going to be a vertical video. Like think of the TikToks of the world. Like it doesn't even, TikTok doesn't even exist in this format, right? If you're watching a TikTok on this format, you know it's an old video that they just repurposed and put it onto TikTok. On the right-hand side, long format, typically over 10 minutes long. Business websites or YouTube tutorials or educational videos or extensive topics, and they need to be shot horizontally. Okay, so here's my YouTube channel. You guys can go check it out. I was not big on YouTube until just recently. We started probably a year ago, I would say. The reason why is because I built my business on social media, which 99% of my content was vertical. What type of content do I need for YouTube? Horizontal. So the question was, am I going to shoot everything in 2 different formats? I don't have time for that, right? So for a very long time, I did not want to have YouTube. Now, when I started going to all of these things and I realized, OMG, like there's billions of people on there and more people YouTube things that they Google things, as like, I need to exist on YouTube. So when I started to create content for YouTube was my Gogopreneur TV show / podcast / radio show. So you can find Gogopreneur on all podcasts. That's the audio version of it. And also super proud to say that it's going live on EXP's KGCI radio station on July 15th, I think it is. So super excited about that. So we're going to be on podcast, radio, and TV, but you can also watch it on YouTube. So if you want to watch the full version, visual and audio, it's going to be on YouTube. So on YouTube, in the last, what was it? I looked at the numbers yesterday. In the last 3 months, I think, we have over 500,000 views. That's 500,000 people, 500,000 eyeballs that potentially can buy or sell with you when you exist on these platforms. So all you need to do is exist, create content. Okay, you can also monetize these videos. So before monetization, the way I looked at videos is I looked at it, is it going to get me a buyer and a seller? Because that was pretty much the only way I used to make money in the past, is a buyer or a seller. I just wanted a real estate transaction and a commission. Okay, so think of it this way. Let's say you create an open house tour video, right? And let's say in a week, 350 people watch it. 1 week, 350. It's not millions of people. We are just talking 350 people watch it in a week. Okay, what do you think are the chances that maybe 1 or 2 of those 300 people are on the market for a new home? If you were to make 1 commission off of that open house video, 1, put it in the chat for me. What's an average commission for you? Because it differs nationwide, and I'm assuming you guys are all over the country. So what's an average commission for you? Okay, so Simberly is 4,500, Jeff is 12,000, 8,000 for Tony, 18,000 for Kate. We all need to move to Colorado, looks like. 12,000 for Stefan. So you see I just wanted to see nationwide. Let's see the 4,500. Where are you located? Because it differs. Kimberly, where are you located? I'm just curious because of the price range.
I'm in Pueblo. We're a lot lower market than Kate and Stephen up there up north.
Yeah, what state? Are you Colorado too?
Colorado. We're in Colorado.
Got it. Yeah, I just love to understand the market and who's where and know how much homes are worth. But this is what I want you to think of. Let me ask you this way. If I could guarantee, and of course there is no guarantee because I don't know if you're going to get on video and I don't know if you're going to suck or you're going to be amazing. Nobody knows, right? But if I could guarantee a commission, would you get on camera for a minute and a half to make $4,500, Kimberly? Or $18,000? Who was that, Bill? With the 18,000? So no, Kate, would you get on camera for $18,000? Stefan, for 12,000? Heck yeah.
Yes.
All of us, right? So that's what video can do for you. The more videos you create, the more eyeballs you're going to have over time. The more eyeballs, the more potential buyers or sellers, the more potential buyers and sellers, the more potential closings, and the more potential commissions. That's what it comes down to. Also, people can find you without you having to hit them up. That is my favorite part. Even when it comes to agent attraction, which I brought over 260 agents in my frontline personally, I've never called a single agent. I do everything through attracting them to me through video. But besides generating a commission off of your videos, you can also monetize an account. Each platform allows you different monetization, but depending on your views, they also pay you based on the views, because some of these platforms will put ads on your videos. Like, think of it this way. You know, when you watch YouTube and if you don't pay for YouTube, right, they're going to play ads in between the video. While those people who created the video, they allow YouTube to put an ad on the video. When you allow YouTube to put an ad on the video, YouTube is going to pay you a portion of that advertising dollar back to you, because if it wasn't for your video, they would have not had where to place the ad. Does that make sense? So that's monetization. So on YouTube, you can enable monetization. Join your YouTube partner program, which is YPP, to enable monetization on your videos. To be eligible, your channel needs to have 4,000 watch hours in the past 12 months and at least 1,000 subscribers. Ad revenue. Once monetized, you can earn revenue through advertisement displayed on your videos. YouTube shares a portion of the ad revenue with you, typically through Google AdSense. Affiliate marketing. Include affiliate links in your video description. When viewers purchase products through these links, you earn a commission. So for example, let me explain this one. Let's say you create a video about your newest listing on 123 Main Street, right? And you're going to do a horizontal video for YouTube, and it's going to be 5 to 10 minutes long, and you're going to tour the property and show everyone how beautiful it is. Then you're going to title it property. You're going to do a description, and in the description, you are going to include your KV Core direct link to that listing. So now people who watch your video, they're going to go to your KV Core to get details. Now you're going to capture their information. They're a potential buyer. You can also do a QR code. I would take your KV code link, go turn it into a QR code, and plaster a QR code onto your video and say, please pause the video right here and scan the QR code to go to the listing, right? So now what are you doing? Now you're taking people off of off of YouTube in this case, and over to a website like KV Core where you can capture their information. So now you know who's watching your video and who's a potential buyer on the market. That's the reason why we are doing it. We're doing it, yes, for the eyeballs, but we are doing it for the next commission. And then you can also do sponsorships on the video. So for example, you could do your 123 Main Street new listing, and in the middle, you say, by the way, guys, the lender, my favorite lender on this property, or the lender who ran the numbers for this property, your potential monthly payment is this or that, whatever you want to say about the lender, right? You can pitch a lender in the middle, or you can pitch a title company in the middle. You can pitch an appraiser in the middle, or you can pitch a moving company in the middle, right? In return, you can charge the moving company for advertising. You might tell the moving company, hey guys, 123 Main Street has just got listed. There's an advertising spot open on my video. Is this $300? Who wants to take it? You send it to your vendors. The first one to respond back gets the advertising spot. You put a little video in the middle about that vendor, and that's it. You made money with that video above and beyond of making money on commission. Any questions on how to monetize videos? While I take a sip of my water.
Gogo, Kimberly asked about how can you get that. I think she's mentioning about the monetization. And I said that she has to meet a few requirements, such as number of subscribers, watch hours, but I just wanted to, if you want to add something else.
Yeah, no, that's it. I mean, it's literally on the screen right here. If you guys need a service, it does take a while to get to 1,000 subscribers and get to 4,000 hours watched. But there is a company that I have personally used and they did a great job. So if anybody wants that information, you can message me on Instagram and I can give you their information as well if you need help with that. Okay, monetizing your videos and different on Facebook and Instagram. The reason why is because on Facebook, you can actually share a link. And on Instagram, you cannot. Okay, so let's talk about this one super quick. When you make an Instagram post, let's say you talk about 123 Main Street as your real style video, it's 1 minute and 29 seconds. I cannot include my direct link to that listing in my Instagram post. I can on Facebook. On Facebook, you can include a link to anything and take them off of Facebook and take them over to KV Core. So that's the difference between the platforms, but you can do that in your stories on Instagram. The problem with the stories, though, it's only up there for 24 hours. So for example, if you did the 123 Main Street open house tour, right, and you did it in your stories with the swipe up link to your KV Core, it's only up there for 24 hours. Where if you did it on your feed, it's up there forever, but you can't include a link on your feed, which means you can't send them to KV Core, which means you cannot capture their information. So this is why you have to kind of learn all the different platforms and how they work. I know it sounds a little complicated if you don't spend much time in there, but I promise you, you know how I learned it? I learned it by pushing the buttons. It did not come with a special SOP. God didn't give me like, hey, Gogo's going to get a special SOP for Instagram and nobody else will. No, I literally go in there and I push every button and see what happens when I push it. And I promise you, it does not bite back. So you can push the button, you're like, oh, I didn't know I can do that, right? That's how you're going to learn it. But there is a trick on Instagram and Facebook that you can use. And I want to show it to you in action. So it's called ManyChat. Yesterday, I literally made a post. There is an event that then I'm doing. There's an event that I'm doing in July. You guys are all welcome, but I want to show you how ManyChat works first. So go to my Instagram and on my profile, right? So you go to Gogo's Real Estate on Instagram, and on my profile, the very first post that's pinned that says, did you know that the government has set aside $70 billion for hardworking self-employed individuals, 1099s, blah, 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 that post. Okay. Now, if you look at the comments, I literally have 928 comments on that one post alone. I posted that yesterday, okay? So if you read the description for that, and the end of the description, I said, comment money, and I will send you a link. So since I cannot post the link directly, now I have to have a solution to my problem. The solution to the problem, there is this system that's called ManyChat, and I'm going to give you guys the link to it so you can download it here today. But ManyChat allows you to set up keywords in ManyChat. Like in my case, I set up the keyword money, and an automated message with the link automatically goes out to the people. So if you want to see it in action, go to this post that I showed you and comment money, and you're going to see it in your DMs. Like I'm sitting here. If you want to do it right now, watch my hands. So go to my Instagram, go to that post, comment money. And you see it within seconds, my system automatically messages you a message with the direct link to the event. That's what ManyChat allows you to do. So for example, if you have 123 Main Street new listing, you can include the KV Core link, but you can say comment 123. They comment 123, your system automatically sends out the message and say, I'm so excited that you're interested in 123 Main Street. Please click the link below to see the full listing. Right? And you take them over to KV Core. So now you took them off of Facebook or Instagram and you took them over to your KV Core where you can collect their information and you know who's on the market. Now, I no longer sell real estate, so I'm giving you real estate example because I'm assuming most of you on here are full blown into transactions. I have pivoted. I have not sold a single home personally in the last 3 years, and I'm very proud of it. I worked very hard not to ever have to sell another house. But I sell other things. I sell online products. I sell coaching programs, all of those things. That's why my keywords are different than yours. So I wanted to show you something else. I have made 2 posts 365 times over the last 13 years. That's 9,490 posts. 20 in my stories times 365 times 13 years. That's 94,019 posts. In a total of 103,620 posts. If I'm assuming that out of the 103,000, half of them were videos, that would be 51,810 videos I have done in the last 13 years. Now, what I did is I took my income in the last 13 years, the total of my income, and I divided it by 51,000 just to see what does an average video make me. So an average video makes me $178.73. It doesn't feel like OMG, but this is my job. So when I decided to do real estate, I decided to do it through social media. Now, if you multiply the 178.73 with 51,810, it's a very nice amount, right? But that's what it took. It took me 51,810 videos to reach that amount of money, okay? So people in average watch 17 hours of video per week in 2023. That's not, by the way, that's a part-time job. A full-time job is 40 hours. This is pretty much a part-time job. They're probably watching videos at work, just FYI, okay? Data shows that the attention span of an individual watching videos was 2.5 minutes in 2004. This has been gradually reduced and is now approximately 47 seconds. So what does that mean? That means that the TikTok style videos, the Reels, the YouTube Shorts are the kind that actually sells today. If you create videos that are longer than 47 seconds long, more than likely, most people, the larger portion of the population is not going to watch it past 47 seconds. So if you want to get to the point, that means you have to get to the point in less than 47 seconds or they're clicking over to the next video, okay? So now that I showed you what ManyChat looks like, you can see it in action. The idea with ManyChat is to reach as many people as you can with a direct message into their inbox with a direct link to whatever you are talking about. So the ManyChat software allows you to do that. It's technically an AI. So when I was at EXPCon, I was speaking on the big stage and I did the same thing, watch my hands, comment the word blah, blah, blah on my profile. I sent 6,000 messages in 20 seconds. 6,000 messages in 20 seconds. That's what ManyChat can allow you to do. If I had to hire employees for that, let's say it takes 5 seconds to copy and paste a text message. That would be 1,500 employees I would have to get done what ManyChat got done in 20 seconds. That's the difference between systems and automations and human capital. First of all, I couldn't afford 1,500 employees to send those messages. Like, just what am I going to do? Fly 1,500 people to Vegas to send a message? Like, no, you can't do that, right? So literally, automation will allow you to remove things from your plate, and it works every time, and also allows you to multiply time and remove human capital, so it's not costing you anything. Lindsay, do you have an idea how much ManyChat costs a month? I think it's like $29 or something like that. Any idea? Lindsay? I don't know. Is she not here? Maybe she's on a
She's
phone
muted.
call.
Jennifer commented $25. So
Thank you,
maybe
Jennifer.
Jennifer
So guys, $25 a month to send hundreds and hundreds, if not thousands of messages on your behalf. This is automated. All you need to do is set up the keyword. You can set up the keyword buyer, and every time someone comments the word buyer, they are taken to your buyer KV Core page. Every time someone comments the word seller, they're taken to your how much your home is worth KV Core page, right? Like you can set up all kinds of keywords in the system automatically going to send them a beautiful message that you type up with the link where you want them to go. You can scan this for ManyChat. I think you get like the first 2 weeks off or something, first month off, something like that. And after that is like $25 a month. It's worth millions of dollars in my case. Go, Jeff.
Can I just ask you, Gogo, is like you can, I'm assuming you could use that like on Facebook, you could LinkedIn, like anywhere, right? As long as they're commenting that word.
Facebook and Instagram.
Facebook and Instagram. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
It does not work on the other platforms yet, but it
Gotcha.
does work on Facebook and Instagram. So in my case, my Facebook and Instagram is linked together. So when I post on Instagram, it automatically posts on Facebook. So when I say comment money, they can comment money on either one of the platforms and we'll get the same message with the same link.
Gotcha. That's
Okay.
powerful. Oh my gosh. Okay.
Okay, so some of the keywords that we talked about, you can actually go comment AI on any of my posts. So AI is artificial intelligence. If you go to my profile and comment AI on any of my posts, I'm going to send you a free e-booklet with all of the AI technologies that we use, and it's free. It won't cost you anything but an email address. So AI, buyer, seller, webinars, copy, and quiz. So for example, quiz, and Lindsay, we need to fix webinar because that's technically now community. So webinar does not work anymore. Forget that one. But if you go and comment quiz, so if you want me to really blow your mind, if I haven't blown it yet, are you ready? Jeff, not right now, but later today when you're super bored, go to my Instagram and comment quiz and see what happens. My ManyChat is literally going to talk to you for hours, giving you options. Oh, what do you want to do? Oh, you want to buy Gogo's Bootcamp? Click here. Oh, you want to invite Gogo to your podcast? Click here. Oh, you want to click here. Oh, you want to join EXP? Click here. Oh, you want to buy? Click here. Oh, you want to sell? Click here. Like literally, it's going to walk you through, and we built that quiz. And let me show you what that looks like. Hold on. And we're gonna go through this. This is what it looks like. It's a massive automation that took us months to build, months, but I can give you a copy of that today. So, okay, let's go back. Okay, so these are some of the major keywords that you should have set up, or you should have in the future set up for your business, right? So buyers and sellers can find you. So here's an example when they comment the word AI. So when you comment the word AI on any of my posts, you're going to get an automated message that says, I'm so excited you're interested in AI. Here are all of the tools that I use. Click here. You're going to click there. Then you're going to get this spreadsheet. First name, last name, phone number, email address. By providing my email, phone number, I agree to receive email and text messages. And then in return, you're going to get my AI report, and I'm going to get your information. In the end of the day, I am collecting data. I'm in the data business. I'm in the human capital business. Let me put it this way. Do you know any human beings that don't need to have a roof above their head? Anywhere in this world? No. So everyone is my potential client. Everyone at some point is going to buy or sell and going to need a realtor. And I have 1,500 amazing agents who also did $2.1 billion last year, Jeff, with 1,500, right? So we are halfway in the agent count and halfway in the production. But that's how we generate leads to everyone, right? And also that's how I email everyone for all of our events and my boot camps and my coaching programs and all of those things, okay? The AI is free. Told you, comment AI if you want to get it. Here's an example for buyer. I did a video. I shared a story about a story that I had with a buyer, right? And then I said, comment buyer if you are in the market for a new home. I know the feeling of being in market for the next home or investment property. I am super excited to help you find it. Click the link below to search for homes, and that takes them to my KV core. The seller one is when they comment seller, that says no better time to sell than now. Find out how much your home is worth by clicking the link below. I hope you love the number, meaning the dollar amount that the CMA is going to send them, right? Looking forward to working with you. Home evaluation. I always assume automatically that they want me to be the realtor. The job is mine. There's never another option in my mind, right? So I always say I'm looking forward to working with you, right? I'm not even giving the option of like, do you have a realtor in, no, because I only work under contract. So I'm going to know if you have a realtor because you're not going to want to sign a contract. If you're not going to sign a contract, we are not working together. Super simple. The next one, comment community. So I'm building what I call a Go Get 'em community, where I teach anything that I know anything about. It's a $49 a month membership. You guys can go check it out. If you comment community, you're going to see it. I teach anything from social media marketing, branding, finances, investments, you name it. Anything you can think of that would be under the word community. Now, this is the quiz one. Jeff, I'm going to blow your mind. Everyone who's going to go in there and comment quiz, don't do it now because my system's going to talk to you all day, but you can go check it out later. If you want to, this is what it looks like. If you want to have the automation of the quiz, it took my team about probably 4 months to build it and probably 2-3 months to study it before we built it. So it's a very extensive thing, but after it's built, I can just copy my automation and put it right into your ManyChat. So if you would like to do that, just comment the word copy. If you want the copy of my ManyChat quiz, that whole big thing, and the buyer and the seller, all of those automations are in there. Instead of you having to build it inside of ManyChat, you can just buy mine, plug it right into yours. Yes, you're going to have to change out the messaging, right? And if it says call Gogo's real estate team, you're going to be like, call Jeff Morales, whatever your team is called, right? But you don't have to build it, right? It took us months to build it. So if you want the if you want to buy speed, as I like to call it, come and copy it, plug it right into your ManyChat and call it a day. Okay. So here's the ManyChat one, the $2.99 for copy. It includes the partner. Oh, let's talk about that super quick. So agent attraction is my number one moneymaker, right? Revenue share is my number one moneymaker. I call that partner with me. So I have a keyword that's set up for partner. So if I talk about anything EXP, like we are doing an open to the public this Wednesday when anybody's welcome to come. It's what you guys do here on Tuesdays, we do it on Wednesdays. And the last Wednesday every month, we open it up to the public. You guys are all welcome to come. If you go to my stories from yesterday, there's a link for it. It's a free training Wednesday at 1 o'clock Eastern time. Now, when I talk about anything EXP, I will say something along the line of like, hey, if you're not at EXP yet and you've been playing with the idea of EXP, you just haven't joined yet, jump into my calendar, come in the word partner, and I can't wait to talk. I can't wait to be talking to you, right? So that my partner word is my keyword for agent attraction. The quiz is my keyword for walking you guys through anything that I do. So what happened to me over the years, I do a lot of things. I have like 9 different companies and 30, 50 probably different affiliate income sources. So there's so many things that I need to talk about and promote and all that. I was like, oh my gosh, I'm going to lose my mind. I sound like a broken record, a parrot that repeats itself. So instead of having to answer these DMs of like, oh, Gogo, how can we invite you to your podcast? Hey, Gogo, can you come and speak at our event? Hey, Gogo, right? So instead of me having to answer every message, I just say, come in the word quiz. When they come in the word quiz, literally my system is going to guide them through everything that I do. And then all they need to do is just choose. And that removed a ton of time from my plate and my team's plate by automating it. Then we have, Lindsay, we have to remove the word webinar on this one too. That, okay, everything that you set up, you kind of have to set it up twice. You have to set it up for Facebook and you have to set it up for Instagram. That's why everything is on here twice. You also have to set it up for DMs and you also have to set it up for comments. So what does that mean? If someone comments me the word quiz on any of my posts, the automation will trigger. If you DM me the comment, the automation will trigger. Make sense? Because you can DM and comment on people's profiles. So a DM is a direct message to that person and the world does not see it. A comment is a comment under a video and the world sees it. Okay, so if you don't want the world to see, like the reason why we set that up, think of it this way. If you were thinking about switching to EXP, would you want the world to know? Would you comment the word partner or would you DM the word partner? You would DM it, right? Because you don't want your broker to be like, what, Gogo? You're thinking about switching, right? You don't want to throw the cat under the bus or the cat out of the bag or whatever that say, right? So some things can be commented. Some people don't care about if the people see that they want to come to an event, they commented money. Like as you see at 900 people commented yesterday, they want to come to my money mastery, right? But if it was a partner with me, most of those people would have probably DM'd it, because they do not want the world to see that they're thinking about switching brokerages. So that's the difference between DM and comment and between Instagram and Facebook. So every keyword has to be set up almost 4 times. Once for Instagram and Facebook, once for DMs and comments, right? So it's instead of you having to do all that, you can copy my systems for $2.99. Okay. Oh, I'll keep it on the screen for a second so you guys can scan it super quick. But I'm assuming Lindsay also put the link in the chat as well for you guys to click it. Sherry said, please send the recording. Sherry, is that because I talk really, really fast and you need to slow it down? People tell me all the time. It's like, Gogo, I'm going to have to watch this in the 1x backwards, not 1x forward. I know I talk fast. Okay, and we are almost at the end of the hour. So let's see how much more I can share with you guys. Okay, so how to set up the DMs and comments. We talked about that, how to set up integrations to collect data. Okay, so it's called integrations to collect data because what is your goal? We're not posting videos to post videos because you have nothing else to do today. You're posting videos to figure out who's on the market for a new home, who's on the market of selling their home, and who's on the market to switching brokerages. That's probably the most 3 ways that we can make money at EXP, right? So what do? We create the keyword for the product. So if the product is agent attraction, then your keyword is partner. That's my keyword, right? Then you create a message. I said, oh my gosh, I'm so excited thinking about switching brokerages. I can't wait to see you in my calendar. Click the link below. Message includes a link, right? Link comes from your CRM program to collect their data, right? KV Core, Go High Level, like whatever CRM program you use, and that's it. They're going to end up in your calendar or they're going to end up in your CRM program, and that's why we are doing this. I use Go High Level for everything. So I used to use like LionDesk and then KV Core and then God knows what platforms, Top Producers and all that, right? Now I use Go High Level for everything. So Go High Level is my scheduling. I no longer use Calendly, so I save money there. I no longer use Eventbrite. I save money there. We send all of our emails from Go High Level. My whole team is in Go High Level. Go High Level allows all of my companies and all of my projects to be under one login. So I can log in into Go High Level and I have an account, which I call buckets, but they're technically called sub-accounts. So you have a sub-account for all of your businesses. So think of it this way. You might have a full-blown database that's your everybody, that's all of your childhood best friends, anybody who ever sent you an email, that's your SOI, right? But then you have a database within that SOI that is just your buyers. While if you're talking to buyers, you're not going to say, would you like to know how much your home is worth? Because they don't have a home yet. They're buyers, right? Those would be your sellers. So then you'll have a bucket for your sellers. The reason why you have these different buckets or sub-accounts is because you talk to different people in different ways. So for example, I have a bucket for Gogopreneur. Those people sign up for something to know when an episode gets released. They sign up to know where to find Gogopreneur on Apple Podcasts, right? To find out when we go on national television or when we go on radio, right? I can't send them an email about, hey guys, you know, Livingston County real estate market went up 6% over last year. They would be like, what? Like, they don't care about Livingston County because they signed up in my Gogopreneur information bucket, right? So you have to separate your people based on who they are. Are they buyers? Are they sellers? Are they sphere of influence? Are they your coaching clients? Are they your whatever that you do for a living? And Go High Level allows you to do it all in one. You can collect payments, you can send invoices, you can text, you can email, you name it, you can do it. And it removes, let me show you, I think it's this side. So I saved 20 bucks. I'm not having to pay for Calendly because now I'll be using the calendar inside of Go High Level. That's 120 bucks a month for a team who uses Calendly. So 20 a month per team member, 120 for the whole team, right? Eventbrite, 159 a month that I saved. ManyChat, $65 a month, and Zapier, $30 a month, because all of these features now are inside of Go High Level, but I still use ManyChat though. And here is a 14-day free trial. So if you have not tried Go High Level, and if you want a new CRM program, and if you want to be able to do everything in-house, by the way, you can build all of your funnels and all of your website inside of Go High Level. That's reason number one why we switched over. Everything we do now is inside of Go High Level. It is free for 14 days for you to try it out and $97 a month after that. I'll be honest with you, it is a BITCH to set it up. Capital BITCH to set it up. And on top of it, what happens is there's so many features inside of Go High Level that you're never going to use. Don't worry about it. It's an amazing platform. Use what you need. Don't use it if you don't. But if you want to have multiple things, if you're running multiple sides to your business right, you should have a massive CRM program that can do it all and separate your buckets of people from one another. So that's what Go High Level does for me. Okay, you can learn more. Oh, here's what we are. This is the 5-day live event. So what I learned in the last 3 years, really. So let's put it this way. EXP has changed my life. And what I mean by that is I started making real money in multiple different ways. Now I have stocks. Now I have revenue share. Now I have health insurance that we are saving. And like all of these different ways, you can have a local team. You can have a national team. You can do transactions by yourself, right? So when I started making what I call real money, I started realizing that it comes with tax implications. So the year when I had to pay $420,000 in taxes, guys, that was the last year I paid $420,000 in taxes. That was the first time and the last time. So the last few years, I have spent a lot of time on studying money and how to build wealth and how to reduce your taxable income and how to build digital products and how to invest into stocks and real estate and Bitcoin, how to get tax credits. So by the way, there is a $32,200 tax credit for all 1099. So almost everyone qualifies for that. And the first day we are going to have Alex Moeller explaining exactly that. So you can have your qualifications done. It's as short as 7 minutes. And if you qualify, you can get back $32,200 from the government. And this is a grant. You do not have to pay it back. This is a tax credit for all 1099s for the hardship that if you did have hardship during the pandemic. So that's day one. Day two, Z Singsby is an amazing coach for digital products online. So if you already have a digital product, but let's say you want to learn how to build more, or how to market it better, or how to charge more, or how to generate traffic to your site, she's on day two explaining all of that. Wednesday, it's me. So Wednesday, I'm going to talk a lot about what I learned about money in the last few years. And what I mean by money is how to make it, and how to have active income, passive income, and recurring income. Most importantly, what is your time worth? Figuring out where all of your leads are coming from, to where to spend your time, right? What's worth your time. And then we're going to talk about automation. So one of my favorite thing is these three words: automated, delegated, or eliminated. Meaning, automated, if there is a system for $24 that's going to do everything for you a million times over, use the system. If the system can't do it, then you need to leverage it and hire people if it's not worth your hourly rate. So we're going to talk about leveraging and delegation. And if it's not worth to delegate it, because even the person that's working for that is not making enough money to pay for that person, eliminate it off of your calendar, right? Then we're going to talk about investments. Guys, 2 years ago, we only had our home that we live in here in Michigan in the summertime, right? I only had one kitchen. I was cooking over the weekend. And I was like, oh my gosh, 2 years ago, we only had this one house. Today, I could be cooking in 5 different kitchens. In the last 2 years, we built a real estate portfolio over $3.5 million in 2 years. I have learned a lot of lessons about real estate investings, and I'm going to share all that. Also, my credit score. When I joined EXP, I had $89,000 in credit card debt, and we had a credit score in the 600s, low 630. Today, we are debt-free, and both of myself and my husband are over 800 credit score, and I have been there for over years now, probably. So I teach anything that I learned about money and money mindset. Mindset is probably the most important, because there is this thing called self-sabotage. And I don't want to put words into your mouth or thoughts into your head. If you never had self-sabotage, I congratulate you. I sure did. And that was a package that I brought from Eastern Europe. So I talk a lot about money mindset and your relationship to money. So I'm going to be covering all that on Wednesday. Thursday, we are having Toby Mathis, my tax attorney, come in and explaining why you all have to have an LLC. And how should that be structured? Should you have a sole proprietor? Should you have a partnership, an S Corp, a C Corp? All of that. We are going to talk about holding companies, because you need to hide your assets. And then we are going to talk about a living trust, of how to hide it. So it's kind of like putting a box into a box into a box, to hiding your assets. If you look me up today, I own nothing. I don't own anything. I don't own nothing. Everything is hidden. It's in a box, because it's super important, in my opinion, to build your wealth, but then protect it, right, over time. And on Friday, we are going to have my friend Mark Leck, who I met at a Tony Robbins mastermind, the top 10 influencers. And I have not believed in Bitcoin up until that point. I was one of those people of like, it's nice to, I'm probably going to own one over my lifetime, but I wasn't interested about that. Mark changed my mind about Bitcoin, and he is going to come and explain what he knows about Bitcoin. And I don't think there's anything that he does not know about Bitcoin. So we are going to talk a lot about all kinds of aspects of money. If you would like to join us, it's on July 8th to the 12th. You can scan this or comment money. You remember the one I showed you earlier with the comment money? That 900 people commented money yesterday. That is the event we are going to be doing from July 8th to July 12th. So if I can help you with your finances, if I can help you, if there are lessons about money, investing, structuring your assets and stuff like that, that you don't have figured out yet, I would love to help you with what I do have figured out. Now, by no means do I know it all. I feel like I'm freaking Nemo swimming with the sharks. But what I did figure out, I'm sharing it from July 8th to July 12th with the people that actually helped me build it. Also, if you would like to join the Go community, where you can get trainings from me every single week, that's $49. You can find it on gogetamcommunity.com. And I think that's it for today, guys. Here are all the links. So instead of getting just one of the links, scan this, it will give you all the links. Any questions? Oh my gosh, 12:01. How about that for timing?
You did good, Gogo. My goodness. Good stuff. A lot of good stuff. Tons of good stuff. Just real quick question.
I can give you guys 5 to 10 minutes if you want to take it.
Just a quick question that I have: the money thing that you're doing, is that going to be recorded? I'm going to be
everything I do is recorded. You're gonna have a
it'll be
dashboard.
available afterwards if we can't be there live.
Lifetime access, so you can log in at any time, rewatch it at any time. Also, your
Okay.
assistant can go in there, set up things for you.
Okay.
Also, everything that I do, so if it comes with the link, so for example, the $32,000 credit, you have to apply, right? So there's going to be a link for everything. Everything is always recorded.
Cool.
You can go back in there anytime, watch the video, pause it, go to the link, fill out your application, go back, continue watching it, however you want to do it, lifetime access.
Right.
And also, for a
Go
quick,
ahead.
so when you go to that page for money, because I showed you guys the community and I showed you the special event. I have special pricing if you want both. So if you just comment, if you go to my website, the community, and go to the live page, you will see you can get access to the money event 5-day and also access to the Go Get 'Em community at a $10 discount. I think it's $39 versus $49, just FYI. Okay. So don't buy it individually. If you buy it together, you get a discount, is what I mean.
Okay. Very good. Guys, who's got a question? Any questions at all? You can see that, I mean, my goodness, the power of video. We've talked about that quite a bit the last couple of years here and there. But I mean, for those of you who aren't on video, I'm just telling you, like, man, here's one question I would have, Gogo. I mean, because I think there's people like, you know,
Hey,
even like
you
people
want
just.
I want to do something right here. Since you said for those of you who are not on video, okay. I'm sorry to pick on someone right now, but I'm just going to pick on someone right now just so I can show show you proof. Okay, so let's pick Philip. Sorry, I'm going to pick you, Philip. Philip Fallon. All of you are going to remember Philip from today? Are you? Philip's camera is not on, but I will remember Stefan Caruthers because his camera was on the whole time.
There you go.
And I remember faces, and I type faces to names. But I'm not going to remember Richard. Couldn't pick him out of a crowd. I'm not going to remember Jennifer Eastburn. I'm also not going to remember Jackie Macias, and I'm not going to remember Ken O'Neill, and I could continue on. So if your camera is not on when you go to events, or if you don't go to events, you're not going to form relationships. And I think Coach Bird said it best, is that if you need to make more money, people say, I need to make more money. You don't need to make more money. You need to know more people. People have the money. So if you're not going to have the camera on, people are not going to remember you. If you're not going to create content, people are not going to remember you. And if they don't remember you, they're going to use somebody else. Right. You're not even going to be an option. You're going to be a dinosaur in this industry. And I hate to break it to you. Right, Jennifer Eastburn from Sarasota, Florida. Now I'm going to remember her and her daughter or assistant or somebody in the background. Right? So you have to be an option. Not only that, but I guarantee you that when you have your camera off, you're paying attention probably 50%. If you had your camera on, you paid attention 100%, just because you wouldn't want people to see that you're not paying attention. So what a waste of time to show enough half-assed. My 2 cents. Okay.
Great point. I think it's important for people. Maybe you have a comment on this, you know, Gogo. I think, you know, you got to start somewhere. Like, it's easy to look at you, like where you are now. It's like, oh my gosh, I could never do that. But you started with 0 videos. You had to start somewhere.
Everybody,
you know? And it built. You know what I mean? Yeah. So I think for everybody on here, and it doesn't mean we all have to turn into Gogo Bethke. I mean, we don't have to do, you know, but again, just doing something and building on that, you know, could easily lead to an extra 10 deals this year. I mean, it's just, you know, there's so much that can be done just increment every day on a daily basis. And a lot of this automated stuff. I love that ManyChat feature. That's huge. I think, you know, what that can turn into.
And
just
over time, you're going to see your statistics, right? So if you say, okay, if you make a commitment that this month I'm going to do a video a day, right? You're going to get 30 days worth of videos. And the end of your 30 days, you're like, oh, shoot, I got 3 buyers from it. And if your average commission, or 3 buyer sellers, right, clients, if your average commission is that $12,000, right, we are talking $36,000 from a 1.5-minute video every day this month. If you're doing that, that's, what is that, $400,000 a year? Yeah. For a video a day? Right? But you do not have to do video. This is not why I'm like, there's a million ways that you can make commission. You can do it through Zillow Preferred or whatever. You can do it through cold calls, door knocking, whatever. But if you want to work less and reach more people, this is the best way of doing it.
you're on 24/7, which you could never do by yourself, you know?
Yeah.
And that video you made 3 years ago can be evergreen and
Still
still
working for me.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
powerful stuff. Any last comments or questions, guys? We'll wrap it up.
Kathy has a
No,
question.
great stuff. I did have a question. So for somebody that's on here who may not be doing any video yet, knowing what you know now, where would you start today? If you were, as you coach your people and you're like, hey, this is where you need to start with your videos.
Is that a question to me, or are you asking people how they
Yeah,
want to
which platform would you tell people to start on first?
I would say whichever you feel most comfortable on. Figure out one, right? For me, Instagram is my home, right? Because that's what I enjoy spending time. It just comes the easiest for me to push the buttons is Instagram. If I had to create videos for like LinkedIn, I probably wouldn't even know where to start, where the buttons are. So what I do is I create the content on Instagram because that's like my sweet spot. And then my VAs take it and plaster it everywhere. I exist on LinkedIn, I exist on TikTok, I exist on YouTube, I exist on all, but I created the content on Instagram, and then I have my VAs and they plaster it everywhere. So that's what I would recommend is just figure out one, whichever is the easiest to you and you enjoy, because I don't want, the saying is that you don't work a day in your life when you love what you do. I want you to love it. If you decide to do, I don't want it to feel like work. If it feels like work, you're going to give it up. So find a platform that feels like home to you and you're already on it, right? Like it's probably Facebook or TikTok or whatever, YouTube, whatever you spend the most amount of time that you consider social media. Start with that one and then just refurbish the content. Take that content and plaster it everywhere else. Hopefully that answered the question.
Good.
Yes.
Very good. Any
Awesome.
last questions? Kimberly, go ahead.
Yeah, I have a quick question. So, in that, would you recommend doing these videos on a personal page or on a business page? So I have a personal page for Facebook and I have a business page for Facebook. Which would you recommend starting with all of the videos?
I would say, so people are not going to take your business seriously if you're not going to take your business seriously. Right? So I would do all the business videos on your business platform. And then after it's posted and created, you're going to share it to your personal.
Okay.
Right? So then that way they still see your video, they see your business page, but the idea is they're going to take so you're going to take the traffic from your personal over to your business page. So when they're watching it or they want to comment or anything like that, it's going to happen on your business page. You also cannot set up ManyChat for a personal account. So these features that I showed you, and that's a great point, Kimberly, these features that I showed you with the ManyChat keyboard automations, they do not work on a personal Facebook and Instagram, only on business or creator.
Okay. Oh, awesome. Thank you.
You are so welcome. So do it on your business, feature it over to send it, share it over to your personal.
Yeah. It'll drive traffic back to your business.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Take your
Very cool.
personal traffic over.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Very good. Anything else, guys? We'll wrap it up. This recording will be up later today. This afternoon, we'll have it up there so you can watch it again. Okay. All the links, everything will be there. Gogo, thank you so much. Pouring into us. Totally appreciate it. Really
Get
great
on
stuff.
camera. That's where the money is. Bye, guys.
There you go. Thanks, everybody. Guys, have a great day. We'll see you soon.
Thank you.
Okay.
Good
Bye-bye.
stuff.